Hi everybody. Once it comes on, I'll say hi to you. As far as my stream is going, it seems to be a little slow, and I'm trying to get my sound right. Of course, I'm sitting here at the last few minutes trying to pull this off. I'm lost on myself. Streaming, yeah, it's supposed to be streaming. Yo, Joe. I don't know if I'm live yet or not, but on my streaming service it's telling me I'm loading. So guys, if you are in, welcome, and hit me up in the chat. I'm still trying to get all my sound set up right now, so again, just bear with me for a moment. Dwight should be hitting us up here soon. So I'll be adding him to the stream shortly when he's ready to pop in. Again, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not able to hear myself right now. I've got the headphones in, but for some reason I still don't have sound on my end. We might be playing it. We might be playing it that way. If Dwight comes in, though, I'm gonna need my sound. So anyway, welcome to Beckoned stream episode 5. What we're going to be doing today is, if you see on the screen, I've started animating an L, or I'm going to start to animate her today on the stream. So, hey Kenton, hey Bud, hey Joe. Everybody's doing good. That's great. You know, I'm assuming everyone's doing great. You didn't make it, so I'm really hoping everything's fine. And yeah, back to what we're doing today is I'm just going to be animating a Nell, but I'm going to be trying my darndest to try to hear everybody, because I don't know what's going on. My sound, our lag is supposed to be fixed. Everything's supposed to be good. My episode 5, I'm 5 episodes in. I'm supposed to be trying to make everything work just perfectly. As long as you guys are getting the stream, I guess it's okay, but on my end, it's hard to control it if I, don't have the sound. So all my sound settings are supposed to be okay. My stream still says it's loading, so I don't, as far as my controls are considered, I'm kind of up in the air. Yeah, Scoot, cool. Yeah. Art Reese, you're back. Yes. We got Reese back, everybody. We're in business. This is great. Excellent. Alright, so I'm going to move through the problems that I'm having. What this does do is, if Dwight does call me, I'm going to have to do some sort of finaglery, another word, to try to get my sound working. Like I said, I've got my headphones. They're plugged up to my sound source. My settings on my computer are supposed to be right. But yeah, Reese, you fell asleep last week. But yeah, no worries. We're just glad you're here. Just again, bear with me. This is episode 5. I'm trying to do my best to make sure everything's fine. And as long as you guys are getting it fine, is the music there? Everything's fine? Everything's normal? I can't tell. But either way, let me know in the chat. I'm going to start talking about what's going on. Last week, I told you guys I was going to be making a Bebo jelly bowl this week. Well, I did. And I made a few of them. Don't hear music, but it's all good. Okay, hold on. The Bebo jelly bowl. Oh. Okay, weird. Music isn't playing. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. I'm hitting play and it's not playing. I don't like that. I don't like anything that my stream is doing right now. It's just allowing me to talk. Give me 1 second. So while I get that set up, I'll talk about the Bebo Jelly Ball. So I ended up trying it out. Like I said, I made a few of them. But if you guys remember me talking about what the ingredients were, this is interesting. It's not playing the music. It's deciding not to play it. I wonder if that is my audio circumstance going on right now. Oh, this is weird. Wouldn't you know it? We would try to do everything. Oh, I think I know what's going on here. And I don't. It sucks. Hold on. Do you guys have music now? Yodel it? Yeah, that'd be fun. Do you all have music now? Again, I can't hear. Oh, you don't? Okay. Goodness, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I thought I had all this stuff figured out. Desktop audio. What's wrong with my desktop audio? Oh, hold on. Yeah, right. So, yeah. So you guys got the music for a second. So, if you give me 1 other second, I'll try to figure this out. 1 second. My bad, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. We're trying our best not to screw everything up all the time. Yeah, it's not going to let me do that. It is Gremlins. So yeah. If you would, here's the thought that I had during my buddy's, my old buddy's podcast, or stream. If you have your favorite music that you already know and love to listen to that's kind of, just meandering, no lyrics, try to make it no lyrics, go ahead, open up a new tab in YouTube, or play it on your, CD player. That's really age, isn't it? Let me go even further. Your record player, try to sit down and enjoy tonight. I'm going to be animating a little bit and talking to you guys, and since I don't have that kind of control, I'm going to let you. As far as your music selection tonight, go ahead, make it your own. Just try to play it at the same time you're doing this. So, anyway, again, Dwight, if he was going to be calling in to us, we're going to have a reverb on the mic. I don't know how that's going to go with my current circumstance. But, back to the Bebo Jelly Ball. If you guys are all good, thanks for hanging in. Joe, thank you, good idea. Oh, man, all good, man. Got the meatloaf on the cassette. That's great, Kenton. Awesome. Meatloaf is good. Bebo Jelly Ball worked out. I was actually able to get jelly in a rice ball and then coat the rice ball in sugar. And it all turned out. The fact is that I did it immediately. So as soon as I made it, I ate it. The fact is with it being rice and jelly, like a strawberry or a grape, I need to make the flavors blend, or allow the flavors to blend with time. So, I'm going to make another round of them, allow the flavors to blend a bit more. But because all of the flavors are so distinct, because I'm being weird with it, the rice was done in water, sushi rice. To make sushi rice, you need to do water and a certain thing. There's a YouTube video on it, so if you're interested, check it out. In 10 minutes, you got perfect sushi rice. But my thought was it's just too bland, and I got a suggestion from someone that says try doing your sushi rice with maybe orange juice or another fruit juice type thing, and just try to make the sushi rice in that. Because I'm not a scientist, because I'm not a cook or Gordon Ramsay or anything like that, not quite too sure how the citric acid will work with the sushi rice circumstance. There's also, you can water it down, make it less potent. So it wasn't as easy as a first go as a thought, as I would expect any of you, if you got into this idea too, to start making your own weird dish to hopefully make it into the game. I'm giving you time because I need time. So anyway, the game is going great as far as what we've been doing for the past week. Reese, because of your questions during the gameplay episode in episode 3, we actually decided to remedy the feeling you were having. I thought I was doing pretty good on promoting that this is a journey of 3 characters, not 1. Even though I know a lot of the game design and a lot of that's kind of harboring on Taj, to get kind of the pipeline and the design of how everything's going to be made, the standard or the control of the experiment. Taj has been the one I've just been focusing on to get everything going, to get that standard set for when Anel and Lane are brought into it. But I do notice, because of your question, that the demo really, you know, the way everything's being advertised, it really kind of drags us to want to see the other 2 characters. And when you asked about it, it meant that we needed to do something about it. We have a plan. We've had a plan. I think it was even before you had mentioned it. To make both characters totally combat ready right now would take me a few months to do. Because of the timing of everything that we're working with, maybe that's going to be my next few months of work. But right now, that's not in the cards as far as for the demo. But we have a nice little ending set up for everybody that would illustrate, yeah, you will get to play as the other 2 characters. We need some financial support for me to push forward with this idea in this world, and all the different enemies that we're going to have, and all the different, you know, the 2 different characters we'll have. I actually probably planning on a 4th character that drops in the combat later in the game. The reality is we're just not able to continue pushing the way we are for too much longer with finances and everything the way it is. We will be doing a Kickstarter when it's the right time. And I'm going to look at the chat real quick, because I say stuff like that, I get nervous, and then I want to look at the chat to escape. Gotten a peek at the ending. Very exciting. Yeah, thanks, Kenton. That's awesome. But yeah, it's... You all have supported us as far as getting on and watching us, and we couldn't be happier. But our marketing and the time making the demo is coming to a pause, so I can start concentrating. We can start concentrating on actually getting this thing out there and trying to network and get the support that we can get. That's needed to get this thing going. I mean, it's a big project and it is a big game. Me and Dwight have been working at it for a year, and this is as far as we've got. The demo that you all will be playing before it does Kickstarter will probably be my idea is trying to allow you guys to get to play it a month to 2 weeks before the Kickstarter starts. That way we can get some feedback from you all, and so the Kickstarter has some community to come into and join. You guys are amazing people, and that's why you're here with me, and that's why I reached out to try to get you here. So I love every bit of you guys for supporting us and believing in us, and I know Dwight does too. But yeah, so our animation with Anel is part of that ending to that demo. And all I have done, as you can see on the screen, is just gotten one frame going. So as far as everything else, does everybody got their own music playing? Because I'm about to start getting lost in this. And Dwight, buddy, I love you. I really wish I had my sound set up so I can do this, but it doesn't look like this week's gonna work out. That's my fault again. You know, you set up settings and you save them and you expect them to work every time. That's not the way life works. But, you know, the real thing is, like, everything's supposed to be freeform and kind of light on the pressure. It's not. On my side, it's just not. I'd like to say it is, but it's kind of stressful making sure that everything is just the way I'm wanting it to be presented. And when I'm concentrating that much on a certain goal, things like this happen. Gremlins, like Bud was saying. So, anyway, without any further gilding the lily and with no more to do, I present to you Nell and the animation. So I'm going to try to do this straight off the bat. She is not fully animated. She's got one frame, and we're going to get going on this. So, does everyone have their music set? Everybody ready to go? Why do I have that shade down there? That's weird. Oh, I think I know why. Let me pull that out. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Art time. Excited. Sweet. Okay. I'm going to take that as a yeah, get going. Chocobo theme. Dun 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 dun. Yes, that was a great listen to, Reese. Oh, the Final Fantasy VII remake has a few different weird versions of that. So if you're interested, check those out. Alright, so I've got 1 and 2 frames so far. I was starting it out earlier today and didn't get too much further. So, everybody doing good? Scoots, everyone doing good? Everybody. Alright, let me brighten her up a bit, or at least that background. Don't want to make it too bright in case some of you guys are watching this in a situation where, like a Black Ops operation, and you don't need the screen super bright, you know, giving away your position. So let me darken that up a little bit for you. I don't want to give your position away and have you taken out. Alright, so 1 frame, 2 frame. 1, 2. In animation, you usually want to construct your... Oh, guys, God, if you would, give me 2 seconds. Sorry. Alright, sorry about that. Everything's moving around and acting crazy. Sorry, delivery. I don't even know why I'm putting in the headphones if they're not working, right? So, back to. So yeah, I've got. Hi, Bubba. Bubba's here. He's saying hi. What's up, everybody? Alright, so frame 1, frame 2. In animation, what you need to try to do is do your extreme frames. Your keyframes are what's the usual term for them. But to break that down, your keyframes are the most. See, when you're trying to explain extreme frames, you're like, the most extreme of the pose. And that's basically what it is. It's kind of like strike a pose. Think about comic books and the poses that the characters were in. Those are keyframes. If you're thinking about a particular move, or like let's say a skateboarder, and the skateboarder's skating along and then they kickflip, and then they land it and they ride off. So the keyframes would be riding the skateboard, the kickflip, the in mid flip. So like he's off the board in the air, the board's in the air and flipping. And then him riding off. So those would be your major first draft keyframes. From that, you would build that up. So the next extremes would be him crouching and jumping, or ollieing, into the kickflip. And out of it as well. So a lot of the method that I tried to do just to start getting these guys going is doing what you're seeing here. They're very slightly moved. These are idles. So when you're talking about idle movements, they're struck a pose, but they're holding it. So, and it's a cycle. It loops. So with this is Nell's basic combat stance, her combat idol. So she's just going to be standing there like we've seen Taj with a sword. I think I showed Lane swinging his slingshot. So with Nell, it's kind of the same way. We're going to give her a cycle to kind of, idle in. Ah, cool. Yeah, you like her staff? Sweet. That's awesome. Kenton, I don't know what Bubba Dogie or Bubba Dooge or whatever that was, but keep it up. So, back to, so in an idle frame, as far as I've been considered, extremes, I could go to her extreme, which is if you're idling or breathing, you want this kind of motion, and not really this motion literally, but you kind of see the gestures I'm making. So what you want is, here's one extreme and here's the other. All the in-betweens are what are called tweens. That's kind of what I'm working from today, is I want to get her tweening into that flow. I could move all of her parts and animate all of her parts pretty extremely, but I kind of feel like I'm doing a lot of work to get to those extremes in an idle circumstance than I should be. Like, if I'm going to be moving it 6 times its adjustment, then why not save out each of those adjustments? Because I still need it to smoothly go. This is not the same for things like attacks or other things, and let me show you. I have been working on... Oh yeah, by the way, last week I was going to show you something, but this works just fine. Taj's leap is... Hold on. Computer's catching up. Give it a second. Remember how we did this last time. Great. You know what? I'll just go back to what was working, and that was working on an elm. I say that, but watch me start sketching on it, and then the computer's going to slow down. So, it's not even keeping up with me here. Whoa! Yeah! Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get it? Yeah! Alright, thank you, Photoshop. We're trying here. Okay, so, anyway, where I stopped working on this is you can see how her head goes down, her elbows are going up, and the little part of her blouse here is slightly moving to it. So that's where I last left off. You can see how I've missed a few connection points, and when you're animating, everything's going to be real rough before you're finalizing everything. So if you would, this is going to get pretty messy pretty quick. So without any further ado, here we go. Hope you guys got your good music going. And do a lasso tool around this. But yeah, Reese, thank you for your question during our game stream. If at anything, it's made me realize how much we need to concentrate on promoting not just the game itself, not just the story of the epic, but the characters themselves. I need to show that they're a team, and if even in the demo you're not getting that, then I'm doing something wrong. So we're working to remedy that. Okay, real quick, I was lassoing that. Before I change it, I need to not select these things. By the way, it was Reese's birthday recently, so wish her happy birthday, guys. And Kenton's was last week. Scoots is in 2 weeks. So next week, let's annoy the hell out of Scoot. Okay. So, oh, working on the wrong layer. I'm sorry. My bad. Just try and get into this. Let's see, where are we on? There we go. And this is what happens when you don't have any of your layers labeled. You're kind of doing a little bit of guesswork. Alright, now I should have paid attention before making these adjustments. What direction thing? Oh, shit. I said shoot, YouTube. I got weird about that. I said shoot a few times, and I was like, oh crap, algorithm's probably going to catch that crap real quick. Start thinking it's something else. I've got my video set for over 18 audience, so it's up to you kiddies to lie to the internet. I don't. Joe Rogan just moved to Spotify for $10 or $100 million. Apparently all of his group is saying it's the censorship. So I'm sitting here going, Spotify's gonna do video? So yeah, but you know, they stick their nose in it, but it's their right. It's not what it used to be. Back when me and Kenton were on YouTube, oh man, talk about the crazy internet. You couldn't do the internet like that nowadays. It wouldn't work. It'd get boycotted. But yeah, like if you saw what I was just doing, if I'm not on stream, I'm gonna nitpick little things like that as I work, and it really does. Dwight's trying to kick in now, and I've got to tell him I'm sound for my own sound reasons. I'm not able to hear him. I might, if he's cool with it, still allow him to jump on. I just don't know how that's going to work if I don't have sound working on my end. You know, as far, like, I know you guys can hear my mic. I don't even know why any of this is happening, so... yeah, here you go. So, we'll try this. Hey, Dwight.
How are you?
I'm good, but I'm having technical difficulties on my sound. So,
What's okay?
well, I can't hear what the stream is hearing. So if you're watching the stream on any other device, you might be hearing reverb from you talking into the mic. I don't know what's going
Okay.
on. I really don't know what's going on. It is my issue, but everyone said they can hear me. I told them to listen to their own music on the side.
Sure. Okay.
And I let them know that you were coming in. I just didn't know how I was going to just lower his volume. Okay, hold on. Everyone's saying that you're sounding fine. So if I just lower your volume.
Sure.
That's weird. I hear lower his volume, but like I said, I can't even control my speakers right now.
Oh, that sounds like Transformers, man.
Everybody, how's that? Keep talking, Dwight.
All right. No, that sounded like, gosh, man, it's been a long time since I've played with Transformers.
Everyone says, there you go. Or Kenton says, there you go. Scoot says, hi, Dwight.
Sounds a lot better. Yeah, I'm seeing the stream pop up. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, everybody's good in the stream?
Seems like it.
Okay, give me one quick second. I'll get your ugly mug on the screen.
Yeah. You're just upset because I look so much like you.
Look,
should
dude,
grow my beard out more.
Look, dude, if we're gonna start getting that reel on live camera, but you're right. So, let's see. Your old webcam isn't set real quick. Let me add something. Guys, this might get a little weird. Just give me a second. And I'll get back to the animation. Shots fired.
So you're...
That's funny.
Alright, so you're updating the nail?
I'm starting to get her animated for our ending that we were...
How's that going?
You know, it's going great.
I like your ideas on that.
I'm happy.
I think...
Yeah, go ahead. Talk to me.
No, I like your ideas on that.
Well, you better, because if you didn't,
be a little bit...
if you didn't on a stream, this would get weird.
It's going to get... It's going to get interesting, you know, programming that, because it'll be a little bit more cinematic.
That's kind of where I was getting a little bit. Hey, you know, we're gonna be doing that a lot in the game.
Sure. So it almost makes me wonder about just setting that up and getting a matinee put together. That will take and pull all of those different aspects together. So I know that we're talking about something that we're not going to show everybody, but...
Whoa, hold on, guys. We will be... You all will have access to the demo before anyone else will. So before we do our Kickstarter or whatever, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, they will get the opportunity to play it and give us their feedback at least a month or 2 weeks before we start the Kickstarter. So they will, in all hopes to God, see the ending that we're talking about. Or the ending to the demo at least. But yeah, continue. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. I just kind of wanted to throw out there real... You know,
trying not to spoil it, right?
You know, So I guess, you know, it's still not spoiling it because you're going to have to see it. But the thought was with the other two characters. So we're trying to then work on a way to incorporate them on the ending of the demo, just at least so that you start to see where we're headed, what we're trying to do, and, you know, bring those other characters in to bring some more depth to it. Just kind of give you that, oh my gosh, really excited. Hey, wow, this is going to be really cool. And kind of do that ending cliffhanger where you go, oh man, I want to play the other two. So the hope is that we accomplish that. And I think that's what we're trying to do.
I think that's that's what this week was it was 2 weeks of post everyone seeing the game, and then rewatching it and kind of understanding kind of what we were showing, what we didn't. Was, man, we held a lot back, and I've got to feel okay with that, because that was supposed to make me feel, oh, everyone saw everything, that now I can move forward with it. It's like, no, they didn't. And because of that, I don't want it to get confused either. It's, again, we don't want to spoil everything. We're just trying to make sure that the group of you guys and our friends and supporters that we have right now, that when you guys get it, you're entertained. That's basically the gist, and we're going to have to dance that tightrope of a circumstances. How much do we show you? How much do we not show you? And then times me and Dwight are going to be like at odds of what we want to show, what we don't. So it gets to this part where we're like, if we're going to try doing a Kickstarter and doing crowdfunding, and we got all of our friends here with us, let's show them everything we got. You know,
the idea, I think, from our end was, how do we take and do a decent vertical slice of where we're headed, what we're trying to accomplish, and show that to you and the rest of the audience, so that they can see where our mind is going, where the story should be once we get everything in play. But trying to do what we can with the resources that we have currently, and deliver as much as we possibly can, so that you get to see what this development has been, what this creation, this brainchild that kind of Jeremy was talking to me about a year and a half ago, and really just brought me into this. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring that together, sum it up, give you a little bit of a preview into where we would like this to go. And I think that's going to help us on many fronts.
Isn't he so diplomatic?
Trying. I'm trying to do that while I'm trying to watch what you're doing. So you're taking.
Oh, right. So last episode, you kept asking for a happy tree. I told Bud that I was going to give you a happy tree and give everybody a happy tree today. Who wants to see Jeremy's version of the happy tree? It doesn't matter, you're going to see it anyway. So, Bob Ross has this thing with his paintbrush where he goes pop, 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 pop. If he was a murderer, it would be worse. Just replace that paintbrush with a knife. You would have 1,000 holes in your body in a minute. Like, that's how fast he hits that canvas, right? So, I got taught this a little bit. So, you get... Oh, hold on. Wrong brush. My bad. It probably could have worked there.
So, what's yours? Just click, 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 click?
No, you're watching it right now. So, when I was in grade school, a teacher said... Our teacher, Mr. Terhune, was all about, think about how a plane takes off. So it goes down the runway and then it takes off. A branch doesn't just go 90 degrees. It always reaches out. It branches, and then that branch has branches. So that's the idea. You get your main deal and then start making little branches off the branches. And every time, well, see, that's a nasty one. That's a little nastier. But yeah, you kind of get the idea. Is you're just gonna be.
Where's your fan brush?
You don't need a fan brush. So yeah, like that's the other thing. You know, just make sure that your trunk is slowly going up thinner throughout the tree. Bring it back.
It looks like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, man. It doesn't look like a happy tree.
I know. It's gonna be happy in a second. Just wait. So the other thing, let me just throw another... Oh, crap. I did that on the same layer. Cut. And... Cut. Thank you. And then the other thing was... This is where the Bob Ross comes in. Is this seemingly... How he pops the canvas randomly.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm doing right here, but because I'm doing a round brush that's not set on pressure sensitivity for size. Oh, is it? Yeah, it is for size. I can get a little crazy with it, right? And you can start seeing that tree popping out, right?
Sure.
Right, sure. Okay, so we would add another layer and start grabbing hunter greens.
But yeah, I know that you're going to turn this into something cool, though.
Oh, it's controlled scribbling. Is
Sure.
and then Photoshop has to catch up.
Yeah.
But if you can
It's
get the idea,
but it's just man, it's just crazy the stuff that you're doing on a digital screen that you're drawing and bringing in. It's just some of the stuff that you showed me that you were doing on your phone was just killer. It was amazing.
I wonder what I showed you that I did on the phone.
Well, I mean, man, you were doing stuff live just right in front of me on your phone. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
So I mean,
yeah.
but I mean, it was stuff like this. So it's just been awesome to be a part of that now.
Yeah, no ochre color either, Kenton.
Oh.
But yeah, back to the Nanelle part. Why did I add that frame? Because I was talking to you in an autopilot. Okay, so
It's all good. So keep doing what you're doing on the drawing. So what Kenton is bringing up, he's talking about fractaling. So
yes,
we've got a little bit of that, and so that tree that Jeremy was drawing actually has a lot more meaning than what I was giving him credit for while he was drawing it, because that's some of the underlying part of this story.
Well, thank you
Is
for
that
noticing that,
you're
Dwight.
going to start to notice that there is an amount of science behind this, where we're using the thought and the idea of fractaling. And so, to explain that a little bit more, it kind of branches off of, not a pun intended, but it branches off of what Jeremy was talking about, where you've got the trunk, you've got the main, and it starts to branch out, but then get smaller, but it looks like smaller pieces of itself as it starts to fractalize away from the trunk. So then it even gets down into, you can see the branches on the leaves, and then the leaves have then sub branches off of that. So not to get super in the weeds and philosophical on this, but what he was drawing is actually a part of the storyline of what we're pulling together. So that even plays into the lines that you saw in last episode when he was trying to show the the magic and how all of the different load-ins will intertwine with each other, and you see the fractalization on the artwork with the menu that we're trying to put together and make all of that work in coordination with each other. And so then it even plays further into, you can see it in the background on the menu that he's designed and that we've put together. And so we even put it behind the Zade Studios logo when the game fires up. So
and we've added it to the Beckoned logo on the site. If you guys go to the I didn't do it in the marquee that we have right now,
okay.
But on the site, it's added to the logo. Kenton saw that, was like, "Oh, dude, I love that." Hell yeah! Okay. So
yeah. So what I'm getting at is there's so much to this. There's other creativity going on behind the scenes that we haven't even really had a chance to fully explain and show you yet. But there's a bunch of other things that make this. There's things on the micro level. So we're showing you a bunch of macro stuff, and so there are things that are just so far down that have been thought through that I can't wait to finish and bring out and let y'all see. It's going to be, I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. So, playing off of what Kenton brought up as far as the fractaling. So that's kind of a little bit more of what we're talking about and where that comes from. So I hope that helps.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get him talking about something else while I do Lasso Master. He's doing great at this, man.
So are you just doing some lasso just to kind of create some movement and let things sway back and forth so that you can
Yeah,
create a different image?
it's a cheap way of getting the animation slightly moving and get all the little parts that I want moving right.
Instead of you just drawing the entire image again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, like, just to keep everything at a workable scale with me,
Sure, but with an idle, that works.
Oh, it works great. It's worked great so far. That's too short. But yeah.
Now, that's all right. So I'm seeing on her arm with the staff. So that's just her sleeve hanging, right? On the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still not okay with that. So yeah.
I like, man, with what you're doing, I like the cutaways. I like the holes in the fabric that you're letting us see through. Like what you've done with some of the other characters, where you can actually get some depth even inside the character with stuff that you've got cut away. That's been cool.
Yeah, the Narworm.
Sure, it's the details, man. It's the that just creates that much more. Where if we were doing just a pixelated, 2D,
just be easy there. We don't want to make mad anybody who does games like that. I love pixel art games. Metal Slug is what I'm looking up to a lot. If you look at Metal Slug's sprite work, it's overly embellished. It just is. There's no need to have the sprites moving that fluidly and have that much detail. But wow, when you play that game,
is a cut. I'm just meant that as just a compliment to what you're paying attention to and what we're seeing in what we're compiling and starting to put out there. It's been wild.
Yeah. Cool. Well, what's even cooler is having you put it together. I made that weird joke during one of those streams.
Just make it move, man.
I made that weird joke about breathing life into it, and that's we're talking about the holes, and here I am not taking care of the holes. It was a cool experience working at the last company when I got to see my art come to life, and then when I started doing this, giving it to you and seeing all that come to life again in the correct context, that's been addicting. So yeah, I can't wait to get more stuff done and given to you, because I can't wait to see it move.
Asking for a little bit more volume, so I don't know if that's on your end or mine.
Hey bud, if you're still with us, Dwight, can you increase volume a bit? Okay, give me 1 second, because I don't know how to do that. The thing that I'm worried about is if you get too loud, my microphone picks it up. Something no one's been talking about right now.
I got you.
Has been any feedback from your voice. So if they're hearing you on stream and on the microphone, I don't know. So guys, are you hearing him? Are you hearing him in two ways, or are you hearing him in just my microphone feedback? Because I can increase his volume if it's just the microphone.
So you've already gone through these steps with One Way so far from Kenton. You've already gone through these steps with Lane, correct? So you've already got some of the movement, some of the idling going.
Yes, hold on. I'll bring those up real quick. And I'm not worried about showing people or hiding this or guys, when it's in its context, that's when we're happy to show it. His idle is right here. Loading that up in a second. But is Dwight's volume any better while we're waiting for this to load?
Hoping so. He kind of stopped talking about it, so maybe it's good. Or maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not talking loud enough.
No. You are.
All right. So
it's a me.
Yeah, I get you. That was a little dig. That's all right.
It was funny.
But no, I've seen quite a bit of the idol of Lane and just kind of know that you've got a little bit more of that kind of put together.
Yeah, do you see it on?
And not to jump around, but I mean that's going to be killer.
But yeah,
it's going to be.
Cool thing about Lane's sling animation is actually, like, are you seeing that right now?
Yeah, so once that transparency kind of gets put in there, man, and we've got that with the background, that's going to be neat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good deal. Glad, bud. So sound is better.
Awesome. Okay, so closing Lane down. Everybody say goodbye to Lane. Bye, Lane. Bye, Lane. Okay, so back to Anel. So here's what I got for her right now. And most of my idols have been about 6 frames. It's kind of starting from 1. It moves into an extreme, and then it's supposed to move out. So basically, if I did something like this and played it, she's already idling, but there's not a lot of frames. You can see certain twitches in her hair and stuff. So it's not as easy as just doing them and then repeating and going backwards. There's a lot of little tedious finagling with this. So
now, I mean, not to throw a little bit too much flair on that, but can you kind of get her almost like, man, if you could get her fingers to kind of grip a little bit, man, while she's doing that, I think that'd be a cool little hint.
There are things like that in even Taj's animations, where
I've seen,
you've seen a little bit of his little
I've kind of seen his fingers.
Those are details that no one is going to.
Yeah, but man.
But the fact that they're there is something cool for an audience to always find something kind of new about what they're looking at. Especially they're your main cast. You're going to be fighting with them for hopefully 24, 20 something hours.
You're going to see them for a while.
Yeah, hopefully I keep it interesting.
And that kind of keeps it fresh, right? Because then you might notice that 12 hours in.
Yeah, the low health animation is where a lot of that gets expressed with Taj, and I didn't get to show that during that last game, expression, but
you know what I mean. So there's so much other stuff, and when you blow this up and put it 1080, even on a 55 like I've been doing, and I know that's not huge, but when it's right in front of your face, it's clean. It's been looking really good.
Well, we only got a few minutes left, so I didn't get too far into that animation. But I did get things talked about and stuff. But that's what your new Taj Engage is going to look like when it starts speeding up and running, right?
That's got a lot more detail and depth to it.
So that's, instead of Taj running into the fight, he's going to be leaping into it. I just wish the Photoshop would speed up and run it at its actual frame rate. But frame rate issue observed. When we get that into the engine, that'll look really cool. So anyway, real quick, guys, you all kind of saw what I was working on, kind of where I'm at. I didn't really intend on getting too far into this animation today because of how tedious it is. I wish it was something that was easily drawn and expressed. When I get into other animations later on, I might show that things that are faster, things that aren't really copy and paste and adjust. But as far as everything else is going, I wanted to remind Reese to go back and watch our last episode because we're trying to do some cooking ideas for potential competitions coming up as soon as I can get a Bebo jelly ball made. Like I said, I made some yesterday and they were working out pretty good, but it would be awesome to get some people be experimental in some crafting, some cooking recipes. Be really strange. It's something that would be compact or easily transported, but be weird with it is the idea. So
and we've
go ahead.
Thrown that recipe or variations thereof.
Well, the thing is, I'm not asking people to make a Bebo jelly ball. I'm saying make whatever you want,
Okay.
but make it strange, not a recipe you've looked up before. Be experimental with the flavors. That's what I was doing with the Bebo jelly ball, except I did rice, strawberry, and sugar. So those flavors are very independent of themselves. I even threw mint in on one of them. That was the most otherworldly flavor ever. I don't advise that, but I've got to do some finagling to make sure that's right. So I'm trying to remind people, hey, if you're getting bored, if you've got some time on your hands, you want to get a little bit creative, make something weird. Make a weird snack. And if you can remember the recipe, hit me up. It's great.
So it's something packable. Right?
It's great if you try to be as from scratch as possible. Like, don't go out and buy M&Ms and stick them into something. You know, because what I'm wanting to do is take, if you're the winner of and you have the best recipe, I want to put that in the game. Is actually an item that we use in the game. So it's just a way to get our community kind of creative, and you know, if y'all want to, it'd be awesome. So
I'm not sure how mushroom jerky would work, man.
Yeah, Kent was talking about a mushroom jerky. Yeah, he said he's had some, so I'm interested in trying it. So
sure.
But yeah, I thought
I could put a
I thought
bacon cheeseburger on top of it.
I thought Reese and her dude would have a really fun time trying to deal with stuff like that, and Joe and Kenton too. I know Kenton loves doing stuff like that. Oh, good, yeah. Get Sherry onto that stuff, and like that's the other thing. Sherry's a pretty good artist too. So you know, if you guys make stuff, post it up there. Feel free to post stuff up on the Zade Studios Facebook too. Any of you guys who've gotten your VIP cards printed out, feel free to post them. You know, that'd be good for the site and good for us to see, for people to see. Hey, yeah, you know, this company's got some backers, some support. So Reese is asking, so it can be anything,
like a pocket type food.
Yeah, like a pocket type food. Like my whole thing with the rice was just making it, if you packed it in rice, you could keep the jelly kind of, you know, protected from the elements. I don't know. I mean, like I said, be crafty with it. It'd be fun. I tell you what, it was too close to rice pudding.
I'm just going to buy a bunch of those old fruit pies, like with the apple and the cherry, and just kind of put that in my pocket.
Like I said, try to be from scratch as much as possible.
I'm just going to buy some fruit pies.
Yeah. Guys, thank you all for showing up. If you guys, I'm sorry about the music not being available this time. It is my bad. I've got the sound system that has all these settings that doesn't work exactly one-to-one with my computer, so it's a lot of weird gymnastics I have to do to get it to work. Last time I had it working fine. I don't know what happened. I had all the same settings, but when I sat down and plugged up the headphones and tried to get it going, no dice. So if If you guys enjoyed this time, that's great. I hope you all enjoyed your own personal music choice while you all were listening to us talk about this. Reese, really glad to see you back. We didn't miss you last time. And anybody else who wasn't here last time that's in this time, we are very glad you showed back up.
Yes. Absolutely. Thank you all very much.
I've been silent. I know it's 9 o'clock and I got to go, but I've been silent on the newsletters mainly because I'm trying to create more content to get you guys interested. There's still half of us that didn't reply. Oh, Bubba's trying to say that didn't reply to the last newsletters about the cards. So there's like half of us that still don't have our membership cards. So for anyone who hasn't done that yet and you're coming upon this video, hit me up as soon as you can and I can get that ready for you. Bubba says hi, everybody. Say hi, Bubba. Hi, Bubba. So,
hey, buddy.
But guys, thank you so much for dealing with us again for episode 5. So next week we'll be doing something else. By episode 10, I'm thinking episode 10 we will try to do another gameplay like we did during episode 3. Guys, episode 3, it's a work in progress. And we're still trying to feel comfortable with what to show and what not to show. And a lot of that is for you. Like we don't want to ruin it for the fans we got right now, let alone for anyone that comes onto it when we're ready to show everything. So just believe in us, stay patient with us. We'll keep it going. And yeah, that's the stream today, guys. Sorry it wasn't so much as it, creatively indulged, but we did have conversation. Dwight did show up, so
yeah, I try.
No, it's good. It's good. Guys,
good to be here.
Thank you all very much. This isn't going to be one of those 2-hour streams like it was last time. So Dwight, yeah, if your wife was kind of worried that you'd be on 2 hours of stream, you're not. We'll get out of here in a second.
Right.
We'll get out of here in a second.
No, we're good.
Yes, but
I'm just glad to see everybody here and then answer some questions, get some stuff out there. So I think it's been good.
Guys, thank you again. Again, the marquee was yellow this time. I'm trying to figure out what color to go next time. Everyone, have a good weekend. And thanks so much for showing up and believing in us. We're making something, hopefully, that everyone's loving. If you have any comments or questions or improvements that if you go back, you're looking at stuff like in the game or whatever, let us know. If we and again, Bud actually took the time. He told me to read the chapter. Guys, I would love to know what is grabbing interest, what questions you have. If you guys can delve into the lore that's available to you right now, do that, please. The other thing that Kent was letting me know was subscribe, hit that like button, smash that like button, all that YouTube stuff. Guys, it's the only way. It's the only way it works. Like I don't want to be that person that just mimics all that. But yeah, like set your notifications, hit the bell button, subscribe, share it with your friends. The share is the big thing. And until we give you guys like intense gameplay video to share, I'm not really expecting anything. But thank you guys so much for giving us support. You do. Doo-doo. I said doo-doo during the stream. Really? Yeah. You edit that out. Yeah, I did do that. Hell yeah. All right. So, we're good. It's getting late. Bubba,
that's a wrap, man.
Bubba needs to go chase a laser. Guys, thank you so much. And, bro, thanks for showing up, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Next time, let's do this again. It's easy. I don't know if it's more distracting while I work or what. We'll have to talk about that during the week. So... But sure. It's great. It's great. Thank you so much. Guys, have a good night. Have a good weekend. Peace out.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.